with another running back who is very, very talented and already has a top 10 PPR finish numbers. Doesn't give his RB1 a huge amount of volume. This is how many carries the running back in this head coach's offense saw over the last 6 seasons.
All right, Fantasy Football AZ, you knew this was coming. You know that I won't allow the Travis Etienne slander to go unchecked. Now, I'm not saying I am all in on Travis Etienne, but I think some of the reasons you gave for being out on Etienne aren't the best reasons. For one, I think you're more worried about James Robinson than you should be. James Robinson tore his Achilles week 15 of last season, the very end. He probably won't even be back by week 1. And Achilles injuries are pretty much undefeated against running backs. I can't think of a single running back who has come back from a torn or ruptured Achilles and been anywhere near as good as they were before the injury. And then the thing about Doug Peterson not running the ball, it lacks context. In 2016, their RB1 only had 155 attempts. But let's not forget the context. Their RB1 was Ryan Matthews. But despite the lack of a capable RB1, the Eagles still ran the ball the 10th most out of any team in the NFL. In 2017, the Eagles ran the ball the 6th most times. In 2018, they went down to 21. 2019, they were back up to 8th most rush attempts. And then 2020, they were back down to 22nd. What happened in 2020? Well, Miles Sanders was injured. And what happened in 2018? The RB1 on their roster was Jay Ajayi. Enough said. I feel like just showing the actual RB1 rush attempts is a little misleading because Doug Peterson never really had an RB1 in Philadelphia until Miles Sanders, and Miles Sanders missed time every season, which would of course make his numbers lower. But Doug Peterson runs the ball a lot, and as much as it pains me to say it, James Robinson probably won't be good next year. But the biggest problem I have with this is that you're forgetting that Travis Etienne is a receiving back on a team that doesn't have a lot of receivers. He stands to see a ton of volume as a pass catcher if he's healthy, which if you're drafting in the running back dead zone is what you want, someone who has guaranteed volume week to week as a receiver. So I just don't think you're being quite fair to Travis Etienne, especially considering he hasn't even played a game yet.